أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين.
Fusus al-Iman is a concise format of explanations related to Sahih Iman based on Tafsir Asadi and Irshad al-Asadi. This book series is named Fusus al-Iman, Bezels of Faith, with the intention that it may be used by the people as an anchor of Sahih Iman when sailing in the oceans of knowledge of Quran and Ahadith. For the students of Quran and Ahadith, Fusus al-Iman can act as a primer that will help them solidify their Iman and prepare them for facing the onslaught of deviant sects who misinterpret the Quranic verses and Ahadith to lead them away from Islam. Since Sahih Iman is the essential requirement of salvation in hereafter, it is important to have correct understanding of all issues related to Sahih Iman to become eligible for salvation. This book contains selected verses from the surah. The explanations of these verses will, insha'Allah, benefit all Muslims of the world in protecting their Iman.
من كان يظن أن لن ينصره الله في الدنيا والآخرة فليمدد بسبب إلى السماء ثم ليقطع فلينظر هل يذهبن كيده ما يغيظ.
Translation: Whoever thinks that Allah will not help the Apostle ﷺ to victory in this world and in hereafter, let him move heaven and earth to prevent his help. Let him stretch out a rope to the sky to prevent Allah's help and revelation from reaching the Prophet ﷺ, and then sever that rope to descend without being broken into pieces. Then let him see whether the schemes he makes will be of any use to him, and whether he can do away with what enrages him. Explanation: It is reported that Ibn Abbas, Mujahid, Ikrimah, Ata, Abu al-Jawza, Qatada radiyallahu ta'ala anhum were of the opinion that the meaning of this verse is, whoever thinks that Allah will not help Prophet Muhammad ﷺ in the world and the hereafter, let him stretch out a rope to the ceiling in his house and let him strangle himself. What they meant was, let him go and kill himself if it annoys him so much, for Allah will most certainly help and support the Prophet ﷺ.
ألم تر أن الله يسجد له من في السماوات ومن في الأرض والشمس والقمر والنجوم والجبال والشجر والدواب وكثير حق عليه العذاب ومن يهن الله فما له من مكرم إن الله يفعل ما يشاء.
Translation: Do you not see that to Allah prostrates whoever is in the heavens and whoever is on the earth and the sun, the moon, the stars, the mountains, the trees, the moving creatures, and many of the people? But upon many the punishment has been justified, and he whom Allah humiliates, none can lift him to grace. Indeed, Allah does what He wills. Explanation: The above is the verse of sajda. If someone is reading it alone, should do prostration alone. If it is read loudly in an audience, the reciter and all the listeners should do prostration of recitation, sajda tilawa, individually. The prostration can be done in sitting or standing position. In the Hanafi school of thought, prostration of recitation, sajda tilawa, is obligatory, fard. With Shafi and Maliki, it is sunnah. It is in hadith When you have recited a verse requiring sajda tilawa, you should go down for sajda with Allahu Akbar and rise from sajda with Allahu Akbar, which may be performed sitting, though it is preferable to prostrate oneself from the standing position. Abu Dawud. Have the intention to do prostration of recitation. The place where you are reading or reciting Quran should be clean. Turn your face towards Qibla, say quietly, Allahu Akbar, go into prostration once, recite the tasbih of sajda, Subhana Rabbiyal Ala, at least 3 times and raise from the sajda, saying Allahu Akbar.
وَأَذِّن فِي النَّاسِ بِالْحَجِّ يَأْتُوكَ رِجَالًا وَعَلَى كُلِّ ضَامِرٍ يَأْتِينَ مِن كُلِّ فَجٍّ عَمِيقٍ.
Translation. Call all the people for Hajj. Let them arrive on foot or mounted on lean camels. They will respond and arrive from all directions. Explanation. It is in Hadith. It is narrated on the authority of Ibn Abbas radiallahu ta'ala anhu that when Ibrahim alayhi salam was commanded to call all the people for Hajj, he said, O Lord, how can I convey this to people when my voice will not reach them? It was said, call them and we will convey it. So Ibrahim alayhi salam stood up and said, O mankind, your Lord has established a house, so come on pilgrimage to it. It is said that the mountains lowered themselves so that his voice would reach all the regions of the earth, and those who were still in their mothers' wombs and their fathers' loins would hear the call. The response came from everyone in the cities, deserts and countryside, and those whom Allah has decreed will make the pilgrimage until the day of resurrection. At your service, O Allah, at your service. Ibn Jarir, Ibn Abi Hatim.
أذن للذين يقاتلون بأنهم ظلموا وإن الله على نصرهم لقدير.
Translation. Permission to fight has been given to those against whom war is being waged wrongfully because they were wronged, and Allah is surely capable of giving them victory. Explanation. The above verse clarifies that Muslims are permitted to fight defensive wars. War is waged against the oppressors to establish peace in the land. History of early Islam is witness that Muslims did not fight with anyone who wanted to live in peace with them. They took up arms only against those tyrants who were existential threat to Muslims and those who were the sworn enemies. Thus, the wars were essentially defensive in nature, and the aim was to establish order and peace in the world. If Muslims had done what Christians or Jews did in Spain and other places, entire continents of Asia, Africa, and half of Europe would have been 100% Muslim population today.
الذين أخرجوا من ديارهم بغير حق إلا أن يقولوا ربنا الله ولولا دفع الله الناس بعضهم ببعض لهدمت صوامع وبيع وصلوات ومساجد يذكر فيها اسم الله كثيرا ولينصرن الله من ينصره إن الله لقوي عزيز.
Translation. They are those who have been driven from their homes unjustly for saying only that our Lord is Allah. And if Allah did not intervene by using some people to drive out others, many monasteries, churches, synagogues and mosques where Allah's name is much remembered would have been destroyed. Allah is sure to help those who help His cause, but truly Allah is strong and mighty. Explanation. The above verse is not meant to be interpreted that the present monasteries, churches and synagogues and even mosques run by some deviant sects like Salafis, Deobandis, Ahle Hadith, Wahhabis and their like-minded groups all come under the category of praying places of Allah. Whatever meeting place or place of worship in which it is propagated that Allah has sons or Allah has a physical body, and sitting over the skies, or where idols of prophets and past dignitaries are worshipped, or where disrespect and blasphemy of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ is propagated openly, is not a place of worship where Allah is remembered. These are the places where faithlessness is taught to people. There cannot be two opinions in this context. By saying so, we do not mean to hate or discriminate people on the basis of their faith. Faith is a choice, and everyone is free to choose the faith of his choice, and we are required to keep cordial relations with the people of all faiths. There is no second opinion in this context. Our argument is based on Sahih Iman, which has been taught to us by Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. If someone is not following the truthful teachings of Islam as taught by Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, he may not be treated as a believer in hereafter. The whole Quran and Prophet ﷺ Sunnah attest to this fact. It is in Quran, and there are those hypocrites who took for themselves a mosque for causing harm and disbelief and division among the believers, and as a station for whoever had warred against Allah and His Apostle ﷺ before. And they will surely swear, we intended only the best, and Allah testifies that indeed they are liars. Do not stand for prayer within it ever. A mosque founded on righteousness, Sahih Iman, from the first day is more worthy for you to stand in. Within it are men who love to purify themselves, and Allah loves those who purify themselves. At-Tawbah 107-8.
إن في ذلك لآيات وإن كنا لمبتلين.
Translation: There are many lessons in this story, and surely we do test people. Explanation: The events of prophets described in Quran are meant for people to learn lesson and act righteously and appreciate the efforts of the prophets and apostles. It is evident from these stories that Allah provides long respites for nations while they are provided with answers to all their doubts. Whoever comes to the right path during this time is saved. Those who rebel are eventually destroyed.
ثم أرسلنا رسلنا تترى كلما جاء أمة رسولها كذبوه فأتبعنا بعضهم بعضا وجعلناهم أحاديث فبعدا لقوم لا يؤمنون.
Translation: Then we sent our apostles in succession. Every time there came to a people their apostle, they accused him of falsehood. So we made them follow each other in punishment, and we made them as a tale that is told. So gone is the nation of disbelievers. Explanation: Not to believe in Allah is indeed a curse. If you do not obey your Creator, you will end up obeying many man-made gods and many notorious clergymen who will push you into religious slavery in the name of their false religion or idol worship. These chieftains take advantage of their people and exploit them for generations. They are also involved in rivalry and in fighting among themselves, in which only innocent people on both sides die and suffer.
وَإِنَّ هَذِهِ أُمَّتُكُمْ أُمَّةً وَاحِدَةً وَأَنَا رَبُّكُمْ فَاتَّقُونِ.
Translation: Indeed, this religion of yours is only one, and I am your Lord, so fear me alone. Explanation: Indeed, the religion of all prophets sent by Allah is one, that is Islam. Islam's basic belief is Tawheed, belief in Allah, and following His guidance, which has reached people via His apostles. People are required to remain united within the guidelines of Islam.
وَإِنَّ الَّذِينَ لَا يُؤْمِنُونَ بِالْآخِرَةِ عَنِ الصِّرَاطِ لَنَاكِبُونَ.
Translation: But those who do not believe in the hereafter turn away from the straight path. Explanation: The people who reject the resurrection or who do not want to realize the facts of hereafter get involved in all kinds of sinful activities. The fact is,
Realization comes by seeing a thing from your eyes or by experiencing it physically. This is the reason Allah asks us to go round the earth and see the remains of the nations who were destroyed for their consistent disbelief and tribulation on earth. If that kind of punishment is not given to you in this world for some reason, it does not mean that you will not face the consequences of your evil deeds in the hereafter. Allah provides at many places in Quran a full description of horror of what will happen in hereafter and on the day of judgment. How the disbelievers, hypocrites, followers of deviant sects will be subjected to punishment in the hell. All these descriptions in Quran are meant to instill in us the awe of Allah and fear of His punishment and realize His mercy and rewards in hereafter for those who are believers.
وَلَقَدْ أَخَذْنَاهُمْ بِالْعَذَابِ فَمَا اسْتَكَانُوا لِرَبِّهِمْ وَمَا يَتَضَرَّعُونَ.
Translation: For even now, when we have inflicted punishment on them, they have neither submitted to their Lord nor humbled themselves towards Him. Explanation: The above verse probably refers to the famine that had struck the Hijaz region those days. When famine struck, earthquakes take place, massive storms and tsunamis create destruction on land, or tyrants create killing carnage and carry out destruction of countries. All these are indication of Allah's wrath. It is important that people take note of these calamities and turn towards Allah, asking for His forgiveness and return back to good deeds. If people become heedless of these indications, considering it to be natural disasters, then a permanent destruction and humiliation is imposed. This is what looks to have happened to Muslim Ummah these days. What is required is the Muslims of the world need to come back to Sahih Iman and repent for their evil deeds. There are many deviant sects among Muslims who are divided into innumerable groups who take you away from Sahih Iman, instill in you wrong Iman in the name of Islam and lead you towards permanent hell. What is Sahih Iman? We have discussed this issue of Sahih Iman in detail in the tafsir of Surah Al-Baqarah, verse number 2, earlier. As part of that is reproduced below. A Muslim has to believe in Allah as the creator of this cosmos and no one but Him can be worshipped. Allah is free from the considerations of body, form, shape, etc. Everything in this cosmos is His creation. Allah's creations are appearing in the cosmos in specific shapes, forms, characteristics, as per their facts. This Iman was taught to us by Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. What is wrong Iman? A. Some people associate divinity with some human beings and call them godmen or avatar. Some people believe different gods for different works in this cosmos and they make pictures and metallic idols of these gods and worship them. Some people believe that God has a son and angels are God's daughters. All these beliefs are polytheism, contrary to the Islamic belief of monotheism, Sahih Iman. B. Some Muslim sects, Wahhabis, Kharijis and their like-minded groups believe that their God has a huge human-like body with human-like physical features. He is sitting over the skies separated from His creatures. They call this sky idol God as Allah. Astaghfirullah. This belief is polytheism. They have created an idol of a sky god in their minds and worship this idol claiming it to be Allah. Why do they call it Allah? Because God is translated in Arabic as Allah. C. Some Muslim sects, Deobandis and their like-minded groups, believe that God can commit sinful acts. They believe that Allah can lie and to lie is within His powers. They argue that when people can lie and it is in their power to lie, then to deny this power for Allah is apostasy. They claim that there is a difference between saying Allah lies or Allah can lie, and they believe that Allah can lie. The above belief is kufr because it sows the seed of suspicion about Allah's perfection. Allah's omnipotence is relevant to His knowledge. Allah's will is the result of His wisdom, which in turn is dependent upon His knowledge. A thing which is contrary to His wisdom will not appear. To believe Allah can perform unwise deeds is equal to not believing Him wise. The omnipotence of insane and mad is not subordinated to knowledge and wisdom. The omnipotence of sensible, intelligent and wise is subordinated to knowledge and wisdom. The irrelevance of omnipotence of Allah to baseless things and forbidden things does not indicate Allah's powerlessness. The powerlessness is indicated when the thing was possible in the first place. D. Polytheism and idol worship is contrary to Islamic monotheism. If a person recites Kalima Tayyaba orally or publicly and claims himself to be a Muslim, but at the same time visits Hindu temples, Sikh Gurudwaras, Jew synagogues, Christian churches, and participates in their functions and does not mind standing along with them in their worship in the name of interfaith, is a Muslim just for the namesake. There is a difference between the person who is a real Muslim and a person who is claiming to be a Muslim. The person who claims to be a Muslim but acts like non-Muslims is surely a hypocrite, since these so-called Muslims are involved in or participates or joins in worship other than Allah. Their Islamic faith is only a lip service that will neither benefit them in this world nor will be helpful in hereafter. When these people who claim themselves to be secular or liberal Muslims are questioned about their actions, they claim that they are doing it for peace and harmony among different faiths and sections of society. Indeed, it is a deception on their part. They are fooling people for the sake of some political or material gains. It is in Quran, make no excuse, you have done kufr after your iman. At-Tawbah 66. As far as working for peace and harmony in a multicultural society is concerned, this can be achieved in hundreds of other ways without sacrificing your iman. We are discussing the essential requirements of Islamic faith. It is important to note that hating people on the basis of their sect, faith, or ethnicity is not an Islamic practice. Faith is a choice of every individual on this planet. They can choose any faith. To keep good relations with everyone is part of Islamic teachings. It is in Hadith. Ibn Abbas radiyallahu ta'ala anhu reported, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, he is not a believer whose stomach is filled while the neighbor to his side is hungry. Bayhaqi Sunan al-Kubra. In the above hadith, there is no mention that your neighbor should be a true Muslim in order to help him or her in any manner needed. He, she can be anyone belonging to any sect, faith and ethnicity. Hadith of Ihsan. Abu Huraira radiyallahu ta'ala anhu narrated, one day while the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was sitting in the company of some people, Angel Jibreel alayhi salam came and sat, folding his knees like a student sits in front of a teacher, and asked, what is faith? Allah's Apostle sallallahu alaihi wasallam replied, faith is to believe in Allah, His angels, the meeting with Him on the day of judgment, His apostles, and to believe in resurrection. Then he asked, what is Islam? Allah's Apostle sallallahu alaihi wasallam replied, to worship Allah alone and no one else, to offer prayers perfectly, to pay the compulsory charity, zakat, and to observe fasts during the month of Ramadan. Then he asked, what is ihsan? Allah's Apostle sallallahu alaihi wasallam replied, to pray as if you see him, and if you cannot see him, then you must consider that he is looking at you. Bukhari, part of Hadith. As per the above Hadith, there are three categories of people in Muslim Ummah. First, people of Iman. They truthfully believe in Allah and His Apostle Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. People of Sahih Iman will eventually get salvation. Second, people of Islam. There are two types of Muslims under this category. A, who have Sahih Iman, and B, the followers of deviant sects who do not have Sahih Iman. The people who are not good at Iman and their beliefs come under the purview of apostasy, polytheism, hypocrisy, blasphemy, are faithless Muslims even though they recite Kalima Tayyaba verbally, claim themselves to be Muslims and act upon certain Islamic deeds. It is in Hadith. Abu Sa'id al-Khudri radiyallahu ta'ala anhu narrated, Allah's Apostle sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, there will appear some people among you whose prayer will make you look down upon yours, and whose fasting will make you look down upon yours, and they will recite Quran in melodious voices and memorize it. But Quran will not go down their throats. They will misunderstand and misinterpret the meanings of Quran and will go out of Islam as the arrow goes out of the bow. Bukhari. Some people consider that people belonging to all sects will get salvation on the day of judgment. Some will get instant salvation, the others will get salvation after they are punished for wrong Iman. This is not a correct understanding because the first and foremost requirement is Sahih Iman. A person who dies without the light of Iman in his heart lived in darkness in this world, will remain in darkness in hereafter as well. His Islamic deeds will not be useful for him for his salvation. It is in Hadith. Abu Huraira radiyallahu ta'ala anhu narrated that the Apostle of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Allah does not look at your figures, nor at your attire, but He looks at your hearts. Muslim. Allah looks at your iman and intention because all your outward deeds are dependent upon your Sahih Iman. If you do not have Sahih Iman, correct Islamic faith in your heart, all your good deeds go in vain. Third, people of Ihsan. Those who are good both in Iman, Islamic faith and Islamic deeds. These are the people who are successful in both the worlds. They are the ones who will get innumerable bounties of Allah in hereafter. It is in Quran, Allah is with those who are righteous and practice Ihsan. An-Nahl 128. It is in Quran, Allah loves those who practice Ihsan. Al-Baqarah 195, Ali Imran 134, 148, Al-Ma'idah 1393. Who are the people of Ihsan? People of Ihsan are the friends of Allah. It is in Quran, behold the friends of Allah, on them shall come no fear, nor shall they grieve. These are they who have believed in Allah and are mindful of Him and are righteous, abstain from everything evil. To them good tidings come. This in itself is a great felicity. Yunus 62-64. Followers of Salafi, Wahhabi, Deobandi sects and their like-minded groups do not believe in Awliya Allah and consider their pious graves as places of polytheism. The Muslims who visit their graves for barakah are called by these sects as grave worshippers. They do not realize that it is the practice of Prophet ﷺ and Sahaba who used to visit the graves of Muslims frequently. There are many ahadith in this context in almost all authentic ahadith books. By doing blasphemy of Awliya Allah, followers of these sects surely invite the wrath of Allah. It is in hadith, whoever takes a wali of mine an enemy, I will wage a war on him. Bukhari, part of hadith. Righteousness, taqwa. Sahih Iman and taqwa go hand in hand. Both these are interdependent. Once these two are joined in a person, he becomes good in the eyes of Allah and all his issues are directly taken care of by him. He will be protected in this life and in hereafter, both from the mercy of Allah. Some requirements of righteousness, taqwa, are as follows. First, the person should refrain from what is forbidden in Islam. Second, avoid issues which are doubtful, which may lead to committing sins. Third, avoid spending his time in wasteful avocations and evil considerations, thoughts. Fourth, he should try to spend his time in remembering Allah to an extent that the thought of Allah overtakes other irrelevant thoughts of the world. Fifth, he should try to give due right to everyone around him, including his own self, as per the commandments of Allah. Sixth, he should be alert in all his actions by realizing the presence of Allah around him. If this is not possible, he should always keep in mind that Allah is watching all his actions in this world. And this is the elevated state of righteousness described in the hadith of Ihsan mentioned above.
وَقُلْ رَبِّ أَعُوذُ بِكَ مِنْ هَمَزَاتِ الشَّيَاطِينِ.
Translation. And say, my Lord, I seek refuge in you from the incitements of the devils.
وَأَعُوذُ بِكَ رَبِّ أَن يَحْضُرُونِ.
Translation. And I seek your protection, my Lord, from even their presence near me. Explanation. Knowledge is light and ignorance or evil is darkness. Allah first created Nur-e Muhammadi ﷺ from His light, and from the Prophet's ﷺ's light, all cosmos was created. This fact is proved from Quran and authentic ahadith. We have described this fact at many places in this tafsir in detail. Thus, there is no way for the devil to come near the illuminated light of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. When the light is illuminated, there is no place for darkness near it. Therefore, the supplications in the above verses are taught to us via the Prophet ﷺ.
صدق الله العلي العظيم وصدق رسوله النبي الكريم صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم.